Hello everyone and welcome back to Learning with JD. In today's video I'm going to give you an overview of the CAPM certification process. So people have often been asking me that how do we apply for the CAPM certification and how long does it take, etc. So I thought that let me cover that part for you guys today as to what is the process of applying for your CAPM certification. In a previous video, I have also shared that CAPM exam can be given from the luxury of your home, of your office. It is also, it's available online. So you can give your examination online. You do not have to go to the center. So we've already shared those details before. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you what the process is all about. Okay. So let's start. So once you apply for the CAPM examination, it will approximately take 90 days. Now that's the maximum time that it'll take for your application, from the application submission to the clearance that you can appear. Application completeness review takes approximately 24 hours. So once you've uploaded your application, it will take around 24 hours for the PMI to check the completeness of the document and provide an approval or rejection on your application. There can be a chance that your application gets into audit. If it ever gets into audit, it will take you have 90 days to send your audit material. Materials are generally that they will ask you experience, or they will ask you, so in CAPM it's for freshers, they may ask you about your education, your certification that they need to submit, etc. So PMI processes the audit documents in say next 5 to 7 days. The application payment process will be initiated after the audit process is done. So once you submit the credential fees payment, whatever the fees is, you can refer to my previous video that talks about how much the fees of CAPM examination is. Once you made the payment, there are multiple choice examination eligibility, that is for 1 year. So from the date of the application approval, so remember that from the time the application has been approved, you can take up to 3 exams in 1 year. Appear for your examination, or apply the form only when you have prepared for your CAPM. When you think that 50% or 80% of your studies is already done, only then you should apply for your examination. Then there's a certification cycle. So your certification cycle begins the day you pass your examination, and the credentials are bestowed there for a period of 3 years. So your credential maintenance, as I said, the credential maintenance is for 3 years. You are required to earn and report 15 PDUs within this 3-year cycle. Okay, so credential renewal also happens. You can complete the renewal process once you have earned and reported the 15 PDUs, and then you need to submit the renewal fees for your new certificate to come. Now, credential suspension is for 1 year, occurs on the 3rd anniversary of the day you passed your exam. If you have not fulfilled the CCR, which is the continuing certification requirement, which means if you have not submitted 15 PDUs, your credential will get into suspension mode, which is for 1 year. During this period, you will be unable to see the CAPM designation. And then credential expiry occurs at the end of the suspension year, which is after 1 year. If you have still not completed your CCR, your credential gets expired. So after the credential is expired, if you wish to hold the degree again, you must reapply. So that's the complete process of your CAPM examination. Also, from the eligibility perspective, we've already seen this, that from your examination, from your educational background perspective, you have to have completed secondary diploma, a higher school diploma or a global equivalent, and 24 hours of a formal education of project management should be earned. Now that's from the CAPM eligibility perspective. How do you apply and how do you make payment? So you have to visit the website of PMI, There's an online certification system for the applicants to apply from there. Before you begin, make sure to meet the eligibility requirements and record the necessary information on the application. So once you start an online application, you cannot cancel it. So you need to make sure that you save it if anything is unfinished and come back at a later date and enter the details. The application will remain open for 90 days. So in these 90 days, PMI will send you email updates and confirm reminders, etc. for your completion of the application. So obviously before you submit the application, do read the terms and conditions and PMI code of ethics before applying and accepting the application. So this was at a very high level as to how will you apply for your CAPM examination and what is the process and how long does it take. But I will suggest that there is a CAPM handbook which is available on the PMI website. I'm going to put the link of the handbook in the description. Do have a look at it for all the further information. So that's all from my end for today's short session, and we'll be back in case if you have any further queries. Till then, take care and keep studying, and all the best.